I first decided that I will work with Kim Min-hee as a main role. Then I decided to work with Lee Hae-young, who worked with me in the previous film. So I had these two people, and then first days of preparation, this idea of the idea of a novelist making her own film. And then right after that, I thought about what kind of film I can use if I put the short film she's supposed to make. And then right then I had this memory of this short piece I made a long time ago. Not long time, maybe, I don't know, 1 or 2 years ago. I sometimes bring my small camera to place I go and I shoot something and then I edit in the nighttime with music. So I have some pieces like that. And I thought that that piece was shot in, how can I say, maybe the most natural setting. There was no script. There was no idea to express anything like that. It was so I thought maybe comparing with this kind of footage with people acting based on the script I give, even though they try and I try get them to act as naturally as possible. I had a curiosity. There might be some kind of difference between the piece I made in the previous days and the film I'm going to shoot with based on the script. So that difference, I didn't know whether there is actually difference that we can perceive. But that's the one thing, one of the few things I had in the first phase of the preparation.
영화 촬영을 할 때 그 카메라
Well, of course, when you're standing in front of a camera, you're always somehow tense and nervous.
해야 될 몫인데 그게
And it's my task to cope with that nervousness and tension. It's not easy.
어떤 순간에
It's difficult.
굉장히 빨리
And there are moments
그게 극복이 안 돼서
where I succeed in coping with that quickly, overcome that quickly. But there are other moments where I have a problem and where I have a feeling it's all going down the drain now.
긴장을 원래 안 하는 성격은 아니고 긴장을 평소에도 좀 많이 하는
As far as my own personality is concerned,
어떤 그 연기할
I usually feel tense somewhat in my day-to-day life, but when I stand in front of the camera, when I act, I'm no longer myself. I rather have a feeling of liberation. This is not always the case, of course. It always depends on the situation you're in. But I usually feel liberated when I act because I am not facing people as myself.
연기할 때 그 카메라 앞에서
In my personal life, when I really face people as the person that I am, I feel more nervous. In front of the camera, I behave more naturally.
So I think I use some control and I use accident. I use both of them when I make a film. About the casting, for me, the casting is maybe the most important thing in making film. When I cast, even though she or he is the actor I worked with before, the day I meet him with the intention to work with him, I get this impression from him, and that impression triggers something inside me. And that, so usually the first day of that meeting with him or her, the main actor, is the day I come up with the main idea what I'm going to experiment with. As I told before about this novelist making her own film. When I saw her, I just had this idea, this novelist making her own film. And so that I cannot explain, just so I can just say this most important thing, just meeting this person and get the impression and then being triggered, and then we live in that imagination and idea and go through with it. Thank you.